This show is sponsored by printbymagic.com. We print directly to your bicycle playing cards. Hi and welcome to this week's Magicworld review show, and today I am reviewing this product right here. It's called the Spider Pen X by Yigal Mesika, and this is a product like the last two I've done. I can't wait to review, quite simply because it's been a staple part of my performances for the last 10, maybe 15 years. Whenever it first came out, I started using it in the form of a little plastic pen with the little cell batteries that used to come inside it. And then it kind of evolved and became what it is today, the Spider Pen X, which is truly a phenomenon. So there are many ITR devices out there, devices that allow items to float, move, levitate, that kind of thing. And this is definitely one of my personal favorites. There are some wonderful ones by João Miranda that let you do very special things like recording memory so that it will it'll levitate for 2 seconds and stop, then levitate another 5 seconds and stop and do different things. So you can create a sort of like a stage or a masterpiece. This is more for your casual walk around. You want to make something levitate here and there, right in front of the spectator's eyes. You want to make a bill float up to your hand. You want to be able to screw up the bill and make it float here in midair. Then this is your utility. And like I say, I've been using this just almost for one routine for my whole life. Yes, I make things float and do other exciting things, but for walk around gigs, I always have a jacket. I'm wearing my jacket right now, and I have this pen right here. So in my style of performances, it's always here. Sometimes I've had it on my jeans pocket as well. But you get used to where you have it, where your anchor is. And this has just been my staple thing. So I'm reviewing it from my point of view, but I'm sure you guys at home are going to have a fantastic experience with it. So let's get into this review. But before I do, please do click the subscribe and alert button so that you are aware of future reviews. We've got some great ones coming very, very soon. So what do you get? This is what you get, a pen. That's what it looks like close up. And I've actually added the black tip end to it, which is here. So if I can get you a little bit of a close up here, this is the black tip end. It's like an expansion pack that you can buy that makes the end black. So this alone is fantastic for me because I often have the pen here like this, or I have it on the inside sometimes of a jacket like that. And because it's black, it now practically hides completely into the jacket. So literally, there it is, but you cannot see it, or most people would never do. So that is a fantastic addition. Now, it's made out of stainless steel. It now takes a newer type of battery. Well, I say newer, but a quadruple A compared to the other ones. A little bit more difficult to find than the triple A's. You can't just go into a store and find the quadruple A's as easily. But on eBay, Amazon, all those, there's millions available. So quadruple A is a thinner, smaller, like triple A, but slightly slimmer. And that now allows for a much smaller sort of pen, much slimmer pen, much more sleek pen. So it really is very cool. When it comes to that, of course, you can write with the pen as well, which is a massive bonus. And then on top of that, it feels very well made. So you can replace, of course, the inks. And it doesn't feel like it's cheap metal. It feels like it's very well made in all ways. The battery is going to last a long time because of its auto shut off. Anyway, let's just do a quick routine or quick trick or the kind of thing that I would do with this pen. So I'm going to open up a deck of cards, keeping the camera where we are right now, and take off a brand new deck of cards here. It's quite cold in this room as well, so because of that, certain things like wax and all that doesn't stick as well as you should. So really, I need to warm this up for just a second to get this ready to play. Now, when you're walking around and doing this over and over again, it is not an issue in any way. But right now, in this room, it's -10. So I'm sticking it, there we go, I'm doing as best I can here in this environment. So here we go, I now have the anchor, it's all ready to go, and let's go to a different view, my messy table view. So here we go, someone takes a random card. They look at that card and I ask them to show the card around to everyone. So they show the card around, blah, 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 like this, and then you put the card into the pack like this. I then put the deck of cards onto the floor. So by having the deck of cards on the floor, I now stand well away from the cards and I just snap and the cards begin to move. I'm sure you can see that from a better view. Ooh, wrong one. And then the card does that. So not only does their card pop out, but also that is their chosen card. If you get it right, sometimes the card even flips over, which is absolutely super cool. So let's show you that one more time. The card would go into the pack like this. The deck of cards would go onto the floor. And now you do your magic. You snap and it begins to move. Just looks so cool. And then it pops out. So this is called the Haunted Deck. It's my personal main reason I use this trick. Hello? Who is that? That is Print by Magic, somebody calling the printing business. So that is all I use this spider pen for in my everyday walk around gigs. And it freaks people out. You get people in a circle, you have it on the floor, and when it shoots out, sometimes you can even get it to shoot out underneath someone's foot. It is crazy insane. And like I say, when you get it to flip over, it's amazing. Now, do I use it for many other things? Levitations, a few times, having an anchor to somebody's phone, and now you can make things levitate using your friend, or you can just simply attach, and now I can move away and I can make things float here. So I'm going to show you a bit of the trailer, but not too much, just have it playing in the background here. Spider Pen X, without the sound, of course. And here we go. This is Yigal Mesika doing his amazing things. Whoa, look at that. I mean, just the way it floats up like that is incredible. Have a drink of my coffee. There we go, Hollywood. I'd like to be there right now. Yeah, cool studio though. I love the studio. The balancing effects as well. But the fact that it has a motor that is always on is amazing. So the motor, well, I say always on, you can make things float up to your hand. You can make things stay in midair. And it has a beautiful auto turn-off feature, which is something I mentioned before. The auto turn-off is fantastic because I can have this here now. I know that it, after I think 30 seconds or something close to that, shuts off. It's not going to waste my battery. And now a month later, 3 months later, I can go back and this is working perfectly, even a year later. And it will last a long, long, long time. So always have a spare battery with you. Always have a spare little block of wax. So I always have about 5 or 6 little balls of wax available. I wrap them in a playing card and have them in my pocket. If the worst happens with thread, is the thread involved? Who knew? Then, of course, I have to be there ready to fix it. So how easy is it to fix? It's literally under a minute. I'd probably say more like 20 seconds. This thing just pulls off the top. Just below, find what I need to do, and jobs are good on. Attach, and literally 10, 20 seconds, I can be reset in most occasions. So that's very rare that anything ever goes wrong like that. With this, you get used to the thread, how easy it is, and the different tricks you do. So essentially, if you get this and your first time ever doing thread, you're going to find that it will break all the time. That's all I'll say. But then you practice, you get used to the tensions, and you will then be able to perform it 100 times in a row without it ever breaking. You know the limitations of it, and it's down to getting comfortable. So if you're a beginner with thread work, would I recommend this product? So I would 100% recommend this product. The only thing I would say for beginner in magic is that it's a lot of investment. If I was a complete beginner, I would probably start off just by buying a pack of invisible thread. I'll put the link in the description. Basic invisible thread, and learning some basic routines with it, just getting used to what thread feels like. Then, if you enjoy kind of like that magic, this takes it to a new level, makes it a lot easier, and you can perform true miracles with it. And the fact that it can just be attached anywhere you want, you don't have to wear a jacket like this, it's absolutely fantastic. But 100 and how much was it again? It was £114.29, not the cheapest of pens by any means. You don't want to lose one of these either. I've had it sometimes where it falls out of the pocket or onto the floor. Now, I feel pretty happy that this is now metal and that it feels like it's secure and not going to go anywhere. However, you do have to be aware of it if you're performing in a busy nightclub and you've got a jacket on and crazy things happening and dancing. One little thing of that and it's on the floor and that's £100 gone. But aside of that, what you get from it is so cool. You get some great routines. He teaches you how to thread, how to set it all up. Loads and loads of different routines, including his famous note routine, where literally it rotates round, it rotates to the floor, goes down to the floor, comes back up to your hand, like we saw in the video. You get everything in there, and I think it's about an hour-long video or close to that. So, do I recommend this product? Yes. There are other products out there, quite a few. Another one by him was Tarantula. Now, Tarantula is fantastic. However, I found personally I don't use it. Tarantula is something that goes in your hand, and it's always in your hand. So this is kind of like the anchor point is there in your hand, and you can make things float, move around. Now, for me personally, I don't like anything in my hand. I want my hands to be free. So here I go. I know that when I go for my pen, I've got the anchor, and it's all there ready to go at all times. So this, for me, is by far the best solution for my personal walk around. But the Tarantula is a fantastic product as well. It's down to personal taste. But for a complete beginner, I would recommend this over the Tarantula any day. I think it's just so much easier. You don't have to have things palmed in your hand. And for learning, this is definitely a thing. Now, also, when it breaks, in most cases, you can find the end. Occasionally, there'll become some tangles. Now, that's where you need to then, or you'll use all the thread, you need to buy little spools, and you can plop them back in and within seconds be up and running. I think they're about £13 or £15 for 2 spools off the top of my head. So considering the length that you get on them and the last amount of time it lasts, I think you'll get a lot of value for money out of it. And the pens, for me, have been super reliable over the years. I had the Spider Pen Pro and all the ones before that, and they've never broken down, touch wood. So for me, the electronics inside it is fantastic, are fantastic. The whatever you call soul technology and the way that it automatically shuts off and the silence, the noise that's produced from this is next to zero. So for me, in any situation, I can make something float and I can't hear it. Whereas with some devices I've had in the past, over a small amount of time, you begin to hear the motor running. And that's not a good thing. This is silent as a mouse, and I absolutely love it. So there we go. That is my review of the Spider Pen X. If you've got any questions at all, pop them in the comments down below. I will get back to you with an answer on it. If you've got another device that you love very much, please do pop your link or pop your device into the comments down below. I love to see what other people are using in their Magic walk around. But thank you very much for watching this week's Magicworld review show. Please do, before I give it the rating though, because I'm not even giving it a rating, do click the subscribe and alert button. We'll let you know about future reviews, but this one is an easy one. It is so easy, it's a 10 out of 10. So that's 2 weeks of 10 out of 10 here at Magicworld for the Spider Pen X. Absolutely love it. Brilliant product. Available on magicworld.co.uk and also your favourite magic shops from around the world. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.